Just here with my Harry Potter mug here. Just got back from watching my older sister play rugby. Reference there with my rugby top that I haven't worn in ages. This morning I got up and was sorting out my top drawer, getting ready for the summer weather because it's been quite sunny at the moment, so I've been wearing a lot of my short sleeve tops and I got overloaded them that don't fit anymore. And I had some toast and a cup of tea. My younger brother was at work and my older sister is at her place, and my older brother went back to uni. He stayed over last night, and yesterday evening my grandparents and my uncle and his girlfriend and my cousin JJ came over, and he's now 2, he's 3 in November. Gosh, making me feel old. And he's just growing up so fast, and we spent most of the afternoon with JJ checking the ball for my dog Halves, and by the end of the day my dog Halves was exhausted. We had a nice party tea, and then we sang happy birthday to my younger brother and sister, and also to my older sister who had her birthday a few days before my younger brother and sister. And it's kind of like a joint party for both my brother and sister and older sister. And then my grandparents went off, and my uncle and his girlfriend and cousin also went off home. And in the evening we caught up on Britain's Got Talent and watched Britain's Got Talent from last Saturday and this Saturday. And there was an amazing thunder and lightning storm, so we turned all the lights off and it was an amazing lightning show. And I went onto my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I then played with my memory doll and got my dolls and dollhouse ready for my Dog show. Did some filming editing of that and worked on a new chapter to my book series. My dad took my younger sister and her mates into town, and he got back and went off to bed. Everyone went off to bed, and I watched some Supernatural episodes and some Doc 2, and then went off to bed. And my dad then went and picked my younger sister up from town and got back with her and her mate stayed over. And then her mate went home this morning, and I had some sandwiches and a cup of tea for my lunch and watched some old soap stuff and tidied my office up for been working on my book series and on some new songs, and played on my keyboard a bit. Played some card and board games. I played on Minecraft with my younger sister and played COD and on Mario Kart on the DS. And I sorted my dolls and dollhouse out for my playing my Dog show and filming and editing my Dog show, and played with my main doll and did a bit of doll photography and played with my dog house out in the garden. And the weather's been so nice. Apparently next week it's going to snow, and I really don't want that. At first I was like, yes, snow, having a snow day, it's awesome. Now I'm not so keen because it keeps on stopping me from getting to my workplace, because I'm doing workplace in the garden centre and it's on the outskirts of where I live, so it's quite hard to get to when it's snowing, and I just don't want it to snow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it doesn't snow, because I want to hopefully get a job out of this, and it's not going to be doing me any favours if I can't get there due to snow. If it does snow, I'll stay there if I have to. I'm not missing any more time due to snow. I've been so dedicated to this workplace and I'm loving it. The staff are so lovely. I love what I'm doing there. I've been working on a till, and I've done basically everything you can do now. I've brought in stock, I've been building barbecues, tables and chairs, all sorts, you name it, and I'm having such a blast. I even worked overtime because I had a later lunch and I wanted to get some of the watering of the plants done in the afternoon. So I normally finish at 2, but on that day I finished at 3, something or other. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And I then watched some old Glee episodes and listened to Glee soundtracks, which are now train, a bit of Panic! At the Disco, a bit of Enya and Kylie Minogue. Love the Kylie Minogue Golden Apple, it's so good, it's gold dust. And I watched some stuff off record and BBC Player and catch up and on demand. My younger brother got back from work and went off to the mall to do a bit of shopping with his birthday money with his girlfriend. And me, my mum and my dad went off down to the rugby club to watch my older sister play rugby, and met with my older sister's boyfriend who was there watching as well. And I got a drink and a snack from the bar and went and watched that. And went off and got some nice nature snaps because today it's been so nice and sunny. Blue skies, birds chirping, it's just been such a great day. We watched them, they did really well. My sister's team won and she scored a try, so that was really good. And then we're now back home, and my dog Haas was so excited to see my dad. He was running around the garden barking his head off, so food and transport from my dog house. My younger brother's back from the mall and he's just upstairs playing with his Xbox, being very loud and crazy as per usual. And my mum offered my older sister and her boyfriend to come to have tea with us, but I'm not sure what they're doing yet, because I think after the game they're going off to the pub to have a bit of celebration for their victory. And my younger sister had been sleeping most of the day because she didn't get back to God knows when in the morning because of going out into town with her mates to celebrate her birthday. And I'm just out here at the moment just having my cup of tea and doing some doodling. And I had a musical marathon earlier on and I watched Moulin Rouge, Burlesque, Sound of Music, My Fair Lady, and watched, the last one I watched before I went out was, I started watching Chicago. I used to love a good musical, love a good sing-song, and I watched some Dollhouse Tour videos and some Dolls Tour stuff, and looked at some Dolls and Dolls off of eBay, Amazon Smith, and watched some doll collection videos, sorted my Dolls and Dollhouse out and played my main pretty doll, and sorted their hairs and outfits out and got them ready for me to sort out tomorrow. And I had gone on a massive walk and got some nice photos of some nature and stuff and posted those onto my Instagram. And I had a bit of birthday cake left over from yesterday and a cup of tea and had some of my strawberry milkshake, and I watched some classic Doctor episodes and Supernatural and Tortured, and I did some arts and craft and some illustrating and fashion designing and some paper dress making stuff and some colouring page stuff, and I looked at some Dolls and Dolls stuff off eBay and Amazon Smith, and I'm hopefully going to be getting some new doll stuff off this very soon. And watched Merlin, Chan, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and watched some other sci-fi stuff, and watched some old soap stuff like Skins, Watch Fluid and Grey Chill, and some other soap stuff that's not on anymore. And I watched some episodes of Scooby-Doo, Gem and Holograms, and some classic Doctor Who episodes, and I watched Stardust, loved that film, it's such a good film. I listened to a bit of Take That and Queen and Duran Duran and a bit of Dido, and I am going to be going off to the charge shops tomorrow and having a look in the charge shops, and then going off for a nature walk and probably doing some doll photography stuff. Can't wait for Tuesday to tell my course leader and workplace manager about how my week at workplace has been and tell them how I did overtime and how I've been working on the till. I can't wait to see my other college mates and see how they've been getting on at workplace. And I love how much more confident they've been since starting the course, and it's great to see how they've developed over the coming months. Only got 2 months left of this course and then I'll be hopefully getting a job at the garden centre where I'm doing placement. Fingers crossed, all going well. Everyone I talk to about it all wish me luck and keep their fingers crossed, so hopefully, fingers crossed, is my lucky charm and that it helps get me the job. He seemed very impressed with me. My boss called up my workplace manager and told him how well I'd been getting on, how he was impressed with how I used my initiative and how I just knuckle down and get on with it, and did say that sometimes I have to get them to repeat it, but I'm deaf in his ear, so I've got a notepad and a pen in my bag, so if they do give me lots of instructions I can use that to write it down. But yeah, they said that apparently they said that I wasn't very good at following instructions, but that's not true. Other than that, I'm having a blast. I love not knowing what I'm going to do next, going in and the unexpectedness of what jobs I'll be doing next. And yeah, it's just really good. The staff are lovely and it's just so much fun now. I always have so much fun, and time flies when you're having fun. The weeks just fly by and it's so much fun. I used to not be so keen on going into college on the Tuesdays because I just wanted to get work placement and do work placement all week, but I am absolutely loving going into college on the Tuesdays and seeing the colleagues and stuff from U Block, which I was in last year and the year before that, and telling them all about how workplace is going as well. And it's always lovely because they always like to know what I've been up to. And I sorted out my dolls and dolls out, and I showed my younger brother the new action figure that I got because he's a big kid and he likes action figures, and was looking at my action figure collection because I used to have more female dolls than boy dolls, so now I've got a lot more of both now, and I just love action figures. They're awesome. I love the advert. I'm not quite sure what it's for, but they have action figures in the advert, and it's so funny, and I just absolutely love that advert. And the other day I showed my auntie, uncle and my younger cousin my dollhouse, and he was saying certain objects in the house, and he absolutely loved it, and he calls it the doll city, and his eyes lit up. He didn't touch anything, and he just sat on the bed and was just looking around, taking it on, and it was so adorable. It was just great. And I showed him my bag of little animals that I've collected over the years, and he was saying which animal was which. And yeah, he's just such a cheeky chappy kind of guy, and his laugh is so adorable, and he has one of those laughs where when he laughs you laugh too, and it's just contagious, and it's just so great. And yeah, it was just great seeing them yesterday, and hopefully going to be seeing them soon as well. And I sorted out my new chapter to my book, and that's going really well. Writer's block, stay back. I hate writer's block. It's so frustrating when you just can't think of what to write next. And I watched some episodes of Supernatural from season 1, and watched Will and Grace, Biography, How I Met Your Mother, and some other comedy stuff. Laughter is the best medicine after all. And I listened to a bit of Rita Ora and B. Rexha and some other female singers, and a few bands like Duran Duran, Take That, The Chainsmokers, and Owl City, and some other stuff like that. And listened to with Ollie Murs and Robbie Williams, and some other male singers and female singers, and some bands and some girl and boy bands. And I listened to a bit of S Club 6 and watched the S Club 6 movie, and watched some Joe and the Hologram animated series episodes. And I'm now off to go work on a new chapter to my book, and do some more doll photography stuff, and sort my own Bluetooth dolls hair out and stuff, and get them ready for me to sort out tomorrow. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend, have a lovely Sunday rest, and a lovely week ahead, and I shall see you soon with a new vlog coming very soon. Bye!